This is a Harper Guys production.
The Harper contains foul language and adult material. If you are easily offended and thin-skinned, you should hit the stop button now. And if you are not a complete idiot, let's get this party started.
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen. If I was informed correctly, the clock is ticking. Is that right, Jimmy?
But good luck arguing that in court. Let me get down to brass tacks.
Listen, let's get down to brass tacks here. How much for the 8?
Jack, let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks here.
Are you hating on Neil Diamond?
Holy fuck, fuck Neil Diamond.
Our dream of deathmatch is going to come to fruition, and my golden ticket is going to pay off. Hoo-ah. Don't you fucking hoo-ah me, motherfucker.
I want the ability to time travel.
Dumb. This is stupid. Welcome to the Hopper, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jake. With me, as always, my co-host, Adam.
That's right.
Welcome aboard. I feel like I should talk like this for the rest of the show,
No, don't.
just in case I have the coronavirus.
Yes, we need to cover up, please.
Right. This is also...
No, we are not going to do that down here because guess what?
We grew up in the 80s. We played in dirt. I've had pig shit on my hands. There's a bunch of other reasons. If this kills me, you know what that's called? Natural fucking selection.
We'll get into this more in a minute. First, our PSA.
A word from our sponsor.
Episode 65. Oh, we got all kinds of sponsors. Episode 65. Visit us at theharperguys.com. There you can follow and share. Wow. Also visit us at iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, TuneIn, and iHeart motherfucking Radio.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on YouTube right now, subscribe, comment, and if you comment, become part of the
show. Yeah, baby.
Bam!
I didn't think he was going to ask me tonight. I thought he was going to leave me fucking hanging.
I left him hanging last week or 2 weeks ago. Not this week. And a big thank you and shout out to Ethan Maxwell. He wouldn't get back to me on his pronunciation of his name for the demilitarized zone.
Hilarious, though, that you just fucked up the word pronunciation
5 times.
Okay.
And you'll be hearing the rest of demilitarized zone at the end of the show.
You totally will be hearing the end of that at the end of the show.
You will totally be hearing that at the end of the show.
I was backing you up, man.
I know. No, I'm just...
Yeah.
I said pronunciation 5 times. Why not do everything else 5 times?
Like
it's going to be a long fucking show.
No, it's going to go really, really fucking clean tonight. I'm just saying. It's going to be awesome.
Also, thank you to Tim Misney for the clock on the wall.
You know what? And if you fuck with Tim Misney, you know what happens?
He'll make you pay.
That's right. Bad lawyers, other shit happen. Hurt in a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll make you pay.
So tonight is a big night for us.
Can I say one other thing?
Absolutely.
I just want to finish this off.
Yes.
To all of our new listeners, and we are really growing right now. We're in that,
pubescent stage.
What was that show that was on Lifetime or some shit? Like 19 kids and counting, then it was 21 kids and counting, and now it's like 34 kids and counting. Like, we're in that stage right now where we just keep multiplying and adding people. I want to thank all of the reviewers that we've had coming in on iTunes for the simple fact that we didn't do anything about it. We didn't complain. We didn't try to get it blocked. The asshole that put that review on there, he gave us a 1 star and called us homophobes.
Whoa. Be precise on which show you're talking about.
Okay, on the Harper is what he was hating on.
No, I thought it was the Gallows.
Oh, I apologize. It was the Gallows. It was our sister show, the Gallows. This asshole went on there. We did a show about a gentleman who was homosexual. He was murdered and how the whole case unfolded. It was a very interesting case. I hate to use that word, but that was the case. This guy gets on there.
That was the case of the case.
Yes, this guy gets on there, basically calls us piece of shit, homophobe, asshole, motherfuckers, and we don't really have a platform at that point to argue back from other than to come on the show and blast this guy, but we didn't feel like that was the right thing to do. to the people that have been reviewing between the Harper and the Gallows, you guys have been awesome. Please keep up the good work. We really appreciate what you're doing because this guy's been on blast the entire way. Every time I read something, it's like, you guys are doing a good job. Fuck guy number 2. Yeah. So
No,
it's really making me happy.
What that guy's gripe is that we were not biased either way, that the guy was either a homosexual or was not. He was so pissed off that we didn't shun this guy for being gay, basically because of the Catholic Church, pretty much.
God forbid we let people be who they are.
Yes. So we thought we were being non-judgmental, and he didn't like that.
Apparently that made us judgmental. We were pro-gay at that point.
I guess
Sign me up then, right? So we got our PSA out of the way.
Yeah, but I was about to say this is a really exciting episode for us because we've been getting pieces and parts for the show. It's a new year. It's 2020.
It is.
And we have made a valiant effort to upgrade a little bit. We've got some new lighting. We've got a new angle. We've got a new rearranged background.
An updated setting.
Yeah, we've got some new hardware for the show, and we are excited that I hope it sounds as good as it did. The whole conclusion is that it would sound a little bit better, or that you would not even notice that we did anything. And then it's kind of like my favorite drummer of all time, Neil Peart for Rush, right? He
chose free will.
Yes, he chose free will. But at one time, okay, if you don't know about drumming, he would just play a standard, which is probably not. Yeah, that's the standard where your hands are flat over the sticks. Traditional is when you turn the one over and you play like the old Civil War drummers, whatever. Well, he switched to that after 30 plus years of playing. He switched to the traditional, and it took him a long time to learn it. But he, worked at it, worked his ass off. Anyways, bottom line is, his bandmates were like, still sounds like you. And he's like, well, people think I'm really good, and you said it still sounds like me, even though I changed everything, so I guess that's a compliment. So that's where I'm getting at. As long as we sound as good as we did before, then I guess it's still good.
Yeah.
Maybe it sounds a little bit better.
Hey, I love when he's right. It's going to be a long show.
Long and enduring. Kick back, get your popcorn.
Get us started, Neil Peart. What are we starting off with tonight? Topic number 1.
Well, let's do a little.
A little. How's your father? Sipping back on Grandpa's old cough syrup.
Oh, we've got shirts and Kirch.
Oh well, if we're gonna go that way, yes. If you follow us on the Twitter, I called it Kirch. That's right. It's some crazy ass fucking merch, is what it is, and nobody's picked up on it yet that it's Kirch.
Well, we don't know for sure. There might be a whole 19 responses like, what's the Kirch all about?
That's right. I'll tell you more about the Kirch in a second.
But anyways, part of the Kirch, and this was kind of a first try on these. As you look into the foam, you might be able to see part of the logo. In the darkness, not so much. So I guess that means we kind of come out of the darkness and oh hey, there we are. Kind of like how the show's taking off right now.
Right.
We're coming out of the shadows.
Hey, you check out the glass in the front, you can see the logo a little bit better.
Yeah.
We got to fill it in on our next run of glasses.
Yeah, we need to have the logo with the white,
That's
the
right.
bold, not the square.
Someday this will be the OG glass that's sought after.
This
because
will be
there's only 4 of them.
Yeah, this will be the $600 glass.
Right.
On that you'll find on Harper's
That's
eBay.
great. I noticed that you got the Gallus T-shirt on.
Oh yeah.
That's right. It's got our chair along with the lightning bolts and stuff that go on with it.
Yeah, you posted the shirts as well, right?
I did. I posted the shirts.
So we've got this one, the Gallows, which is beautiful. We've
Yeah.
got the Harper logo shirt on a white shirt.
Well, let me show you, folks. If you're anything like me, I'm a little bit reserved. I like to stay in the shadows from time to time. So wearing that logo out in public makes me a little squeamish. So I took the liberty.
Don't be like Jake. Get a shirt and wear it everywhere.
I took the liberty of showing you the proper way to wear this in public.
Covered up.
You can wear a button up at any point in time you want to where you expose as much or as little as you want. And then when somebody really starts fucking with you, you can just kind of be like, what, motherfucker? Right?
Bam! You can give him the old finger.
That's right. So,
And then we have a third shirt, which is on. I believe you posted that as well. But we'll save that for another show.
the third shirt, the Hateful Eight will be excited to know that they are going to get to see it first. That's because they're going to be the first one to see our post when I put it up there. It's actually on Twitter right now. If you follow the Gallows podcast on Twitter, you'll be able to see it. It just says it's got brass tacks on it in black and red, which is what we do when you got to get down to brass tacks. Sometimes you're seeing red.
That's right.
It's got a little company information on the back.
On the back side.
So we're excited to show it off. So if you get a chance, head over to the Twitter page, check it out. It's a good time. We are going to be making these shirts available pretty soon. Things are moving. Thanks to you guys. You guys are watching us. Things are moving along. I know you're ready first to get to a topic and really give you something to fucking settle in on here. But to finish this off, we're about to launch our merch store that's going to coincide with our
Crazy Kirch. No, we're going to have all kinds of stuff. Patreon.
That's what I was looking for. I'm going to ask you that question now for the next couple of shows.
Hey.
We're going to be soon launching our... Because hopefully by the next show, you're like, we already launched it, dipshit.
We
Beer.
did. Both of them. So what we're going to do on our Patreons, at least from this time...
Going forward,
we're
As of
going
now.
to be doing an extra show a month. So normally we do 2 shows of the Harper and 2 shows of the Gallows.
That's correct.
And we are now going to be doing 3 a month. And for those people that really want to hear it, we're going to
3 of each, by the way.
Yeah, 3 of each.
Right.
So there's going to be a Patreon for the Harper. There's going to be a Patreon for... No, you don't want to do it? You want to do it all in one?
We've discussed this before, but I thought that we came to it's going to be for the Harper guys.
Oh,
So if you follow the Harper guys,
even better.
yeah,
So we're figuring out...
for the same Patreon, you're going to get an extra show of each. So one is going to be all about the Harper, the other one is going to be all about the Gallows. So
And if that changes in the future, well, then there'll be 2.
I mean, if we get enough people that are like, hey, you got to split this up. I want to hear you bitch about things. I don't want to hear about people getting murked. Then we might have to
Yeah.
split it up. We'll take care of y'all. We promise.
Yeah. So anyways, a little long-winded to get started here, but, we have a lot of new stuff, so you got to talk about it.
Hey, things happen.
Next show, we just get right into the fucking topics.
I hope so, because I'm going to record 2 of these in fucking next recording. So
2 of these, I'm going to come out of the booth.
2 of these. Let's get started. First topic of the night.
Now, this is going to be easy for you.
I got a list for this.
I
motherfucker.
might have to think about a few. I have a few I wrote down, but celebrities. Oh, by the way, this was brought up to me by another podcast. They were like asking about one of the shows, and they asked if it was going to have the celebs we lost respect for. I said no. It's going to be the next show. I think it's the Po Boys podcast.
It's our boy, the Po Boys.
Yeah. So let's get at it. Celebrities we lost respect for.
You want me to go first? You want 1? You want 2? What do you having to do?
I've only got like 3 or 4, so let's go.
We've belabored Brad. I mean,
Yeah, we're not going to talk about Brad.
doesn't do his own fucking stunts. Shits on the fucking president and
Yeah.
his first opportunity to actually win an award that you wouldn't wipe your ass with. Congratulations.
Yeah. Whoopi Goldberg is mine, first one.
Woo!
Now, I used to love Whoopi. I mean, back when I was a kid, I loved her movies, and it was all great. It was,
Yeah.
she was in Ghost, and she was a good actress, decent actress, whatever. But this doesn't have to do with Trump, but it does. When he got elected, on her show, was it The View? She said,
I literally have everyone on The View on my list.
okay.
That's great.
Well, the only one I ever heard from this one was, now this could have been any president.
Don't profess it. Go.
But the fact that it was Trump is just, this is why she said it. She said that, well, he might have got elected, but we can always impeach him. And that was before there was even a reason to impeach him. That was just her knee-jerk reaction that she didn't like who was elected.
Somebody that's been able to do whatever she wants to for a long time.
Silver spoon. That's going to be another topic on ours one day. These fuckers with the silver spoon up their ass. Anyways, that pissed me off. I'm like, even if it was, just say it was Barack Obama and she said that about him, like, you just have no basis to say this at this point. Now, if he was in office and doing shit that he shouldn't have been doing, I get it.
Right. I get it. Have you ever felt bad for her, though? Because,
Never.
whenever somebody says her name, they're either talking about a supporting actress or having fun. Whoopee!
No, never.
Because she sucks. Sorry. This isn't going to be popular with some of the ladies, especially my lady. But fuck you, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really?
Yeah, I love him as an actor. Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't make a bad movie. I would hard press you to give me one that it was like, wow, that sucked.
Gilbert Grape.
No, dude, he should have gotten the Oscar for that.
I'm joking.
He was nominated for that when he was like 14 or whatever the fuck he was. The problem I have with him is this. This guy rides around. He doesn't drive himself anywhere. He has armored security everywhere he goes. He flies on private jets every place he goes in the entire world. But he's all about climate change. And he's all against gun control. All for gun control. It's like, dude, you got to have it one way or the other. Either be the man or step back and be the pseudo man and be afraid of everything. Like, you can't fucking have it both ways. You can't be the Wolf of Wall Street and the fucking pansy of fucking Princeton at the same time.
Yeah, that bugs me with any of these. And all of them are guilty of it because they all are plush, padded, comfort.
Yeah.
And they're not worried about the fumes that their jets are putting off.
No, I agree completely.
So, yeah, all of them could be fucking looked down upon for that.
Sure.
Bill Cosby, obviously, that's not so new. I'm sure.
The world's greatest serial rapist.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden...
Is America's favorite dad. What are the odds of those two things coinciding?
Yeah, so losing respect for him was easy. Kevin Spacey, pedophile, right?
Oh, you're going to jump on Kevin Spacey early, huh?
Yeah. Just throw it out there.
Has he been convicted of anything?
Well, I don't know.
I
That's what you're here for. You're the fact guy.
You know, I try to be. I feel like he is one of them that kind of flew under the radar. Everybody was like, and they canceled him on House of Cards. House of Cards is going away. There was no more. 3 people come out. He's raping buttholes, the whole 9 yards. And then I ain't heard shit about Kevin Spacey in a coon's age.
He's probably glad that a lot of things...
That everybody else came along.
He's probably like, thank God for that. Oh, thank God for that.
Right. He was that guy that wanted to be the #1 actor of all time until it fell on him. And then he was like...
He raped a child's butthole.
I'll take lower top 15, top 20. Yeah. You know? That's pretty good.
So my most current...
You're flying through your list.
I'm just going to get done, then we're going to go through yours.
Fuck.
Lori Loughlin, she's my #1 hated celebrity right now.
Hashtag fuck her.
Hopefully she gets like, I know she won't get a lot, but at least like 2 to 5. Come on, give her 2 to 5.
I want her to pull a Caitlyn Jenner before she goes in. So she has to go to man prison. She deserves dropping soap twice a day, every day.
So those are my 4. What are your 10?
She's on my list for sure. As much as I don't like her, there's a few other people that I have some severe problems with. Somehow she's still considered famous. Is Kathy Lee Gifford? Is that her name? Is that her name?
Yeah, I think Kathy. She was on a talk show a long time ago, right?
Oh, not the talk show girl. Kathy, what's her name? I had her name written down wrong. Then she's the redheaded.
Might be Gifford.
No, she's the redheaded comedian that was holding up She had the picture with Trump's head, like she had just cut it off.
Didn't see it.
Damn it!
Look it up real quick. Take a
yeah.
minute, right there in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna
look it up real quick.
I'm gonna give her a stroll here. She was a big Trump hater. I'll come back to her in a second. Taylor Swift.
Taylor. What's wrong with Taylor?
Dude, she hates everything that is conservative America. She takes every time she wins an award, it's like, yeah, and then fuck President Trump. But she doesn't have a reason why. She's been handed this country on a silver platter by everybody that she fucking hates.
When was she famous? At like 13?
It's Kathy Griffin. I don't even have to look it up. Look, folks, I didn't even fucking look it up. It's Kathy Griffin is her name. She went from this kind of quirky but very good looking redhead back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. 2016 happens. We end up with President Trump. She loses her fucking mind. If you look at a picture of her today versus 4 years ago, holy shit. She definitely got the crazy fucking virus.
Holy fuck balls.
It's got all the way fucking a hold of her. So, yeah, that's Kathy Griffith. So, I'm glad at least I remembered it. So, whatever.
Sorry, Kathy Lee. You're a bitch too.
Yeah. So sorry, T. And for fucking T Swift. You know, you were America's sweetheart. She was like the girl next door for all those years, and everybody loved her.
Well, the coolest thing about Taylor Swift back in the day was she came out as country, and I was like, okay, I'm not listening to any of that shit. And then she went to like, I'm going pop, and then that was kind of cool. You're like, oh wow. And then they don't usually turn that way.
And then Kanye blew her career up for her.
Yeah, she hates him, but thank you, Kanye.
Oh, she hates him, but that's the odd. That's America right there. Because what happened? She was like, "Oh, you're taking my stage. I'm just a poor little pumpkin girl." And he was like, yeah, that's bullshit. You shouldn't have won. Beyonce should have won.
Oh, yeah, Beyonce.
And the whole world was like, you're bad. That's ridiculous. We love you. And she was like, and I'm going to go political now. And he went, you know what? I'm going to reflect. I'm going to recollect myself. I'm going to get this together. Yeah. And his last album that just went like multi-platinum, you know what it's about?
Trump.
No.
He loves Trump, by the way.
Better. Who's the only person better than Trump?
I don't know.
You do.
Okay.
His name is Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah.
It's all about Jesus. The whole thing.
He's a little bit better than Trump.
I'm just saying. And he's gone completely to where he's like, turn my life over to God. He holds church. Every week he holds church. No cost to anybody.
Really?
Yes. He has turned the entire thing around, flipped the entire establishment on its head. Him and his wife work together with the White House. They have worked on reform when it comes to prison sentences, people that are in prison to get them out of prison early, when it comes to people that get presidential pardons and clemencies and all of those things. Him and his wife are like, boom, on top of it. Kim Kardashian, fake ass and all. Seriously, has turned out to be one of the great people of the last 10 years because her and her husband decided, you know what? No, but you know why you make that statement? That's great. I love that you just did that because that's what everybody's doing.
I know.
Because everybody sees her as what? The big ass, fake tan, her and her sisters, all a bunch of dumbasses with their mom on TV.
They just don't deserve anything that they've got.
No, but you know what she did? She's one of the few. Leonardo DiCaprio, using his platform for dog shit to complain about things that he's contributing to.
Listen.
Hold
I'm
on.
not saying.
Can I finish?
No,
can I finish?
I'm not saying that Kim ain't doing good now.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
So where do you draw the line then? Because I feel like we're having a conversation about America right now. So Kim, who maybe wasn't the most scrupulous in her past, now has her life together. Her husband, her kids.
Well,
her
I don't
husband
really
is preaching
know,
the word of
'cause I
God.
don't-
She is trying to get people that shouldn't be in prison out of prison, make things a better place. She's not condemning our president because of the color of his skin. She's working hand in hand with him to make things better. They're part of the fucking solution right now.
Well, good. That's good to hear.
But you went as soon as I brought her up. So
Yeah, because the claim to fame was what, a sex video.
if you won't make the same sound when I bring up Taylor Swift and the horse shit that she's fucking pulling, then that is hypocrisy. You are hypocrisy in its fundamental form.
No,
yes,
no,
because you're hating on the
I'm
person
not.
that's doing right today.
No, you need to stop
because they did
talking
wrong
and listen.
yesterday, and the person that was right yesterday and is doing wrong today.
No. I didn't know about what Taylor Swift was doing to go, So there, up yours, all right? If I had known all that, I would have went.
Were you talking to Taylor Swift or me?
Both of you.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We're friends.
So.
Oh, you see that? We're friends. We're still friends. We didn't
Well,
fight each other.
I
haven't tweeted about it yet, passive aggressively, because we weren't on the same page.
We like to disagree once in a while.
Oh, why? Because we're adults?
Grown men should not always agree.
So I'm just saying. So T Swift, that's a long way for her to make my list. And Kim, I'll be honest.
Told you it was going to be a long show.
I'll be honest. A year and a half ago when we started this show, Kim would have made that list. If episode 1 was people that we've lost respect for in Hollywood for, or don't have respect for in Hollywood, she'd have been right there. I'd have put it on the list.
Well, I'm glad they're doing good.
Yeah, I'm glad that she grew the fuck up.
There's more people that should be more like the Wests.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that at all. So we already went over everybody on The View, except I'm gonna call a couple names here. Joy Behar.
I don't know who any of the girls are except for Whoopi.
She just Joy Behar. Basically, if you own a gun, you're gonna shoot everybody you know. If you think that there's any reason at all that a woman shouldn't have an abortion, then you're a piece of shit cocksucker. So she's pretty much evil incarnated into a middle-aged woman that looks like Bette Midler.
Okay, I was going to say, is she the redheaded looks like Bette Midler?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, I recognize her.
Which ain't a surprise because Bette Midler actually fucking makes the list because she's right there with her. It's like they're
I thought I saw
they're
something
sisters
about
from another mister that fucking run up the same tree.
And what is Bette doing? I did hear something about her.
She hates everybody that has everything.
Oh, she doesn't have everything? She hates herself.
No, she hates everybody that has everything when I mean freedom. Like, oh, you're allowed to own a gun? Oh, then fuck you. Oh, you mean you don't have to give your entire
A lady
life to
that
us?
probably could afford anything she wanted to for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
And she's mad that everybody else can have things.
Yeah. That's true story. Not even politically driven, I swear. Just as a human being, on a human level, I fucking hate Joe Biden.
Yeah, that dude is really douchey.
He literally stood. I mean, I'm talking about a gentleman with a safety vest on, a protection helmet, ear protection, eye protection. He goes into a factory trying to help himself, right? And has a conversation. And this gentleman says, hey, you know, me and all my buddies here in the union, we own some guns. We like to shoot our guns. Like, we're not really hurting anybody with our guns.
Is this the one he called the guy a jackass or something?
Not even that good. He said, yeah, well, you're full of shit, when the guy said he wanted to keep his gun. And immediately, it's great. If you get a chance, go online, watch the video. His press secretary, Joe Biden's, it was like slow motion, him coming for Joe to grab him and get him to stop fucking talking from that moment on. So if you have the audacity to run for anything in this country, and you're going to call part of the backbone of America a piece of shit because they want to keep a gun.
So it's not Super Joe, it's Stupid Joe.
It is Stupid Joe. And you know, not to go too far down that road, but people that are like, oh, you don't need more than 3 bullets in your gun to go deer hunting. That's true. The Second Amendment was made by a group of people that were running from a tyrannical government, not from a group of people that were running from a bunch of tyrannical deer.
Right. And those, I'm not going to use the word tyrannical because I don't know what it means, but those bad guys from the other, from the island over there in England, they could show up at any time in boats and want to fucking go at it.
Want to throw down.
Yeah. And what do you got to be?
Yeah. So
fucking ready.
So I got a kick out of that. It was like, and you know, everybody, it's so funny how many people were like, if Donald Trump becomes president, I'm leaving the United States. You know, gone off the list. It's actually the one.
You can put the big lip out.
It's the one celebrity I've A, gained respect for, and B, lost respect for at the same time.
What?
Mutually. It's Madonna.
Mahuda?
Madonna.
Madonna?
Akuna Madonna. She said that she would leave if he became president.
Yeah, fuck all those people that said that shit.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them left.
She was 57 and couldn't find any more work here in the States. So she's like, you know what? I'm out. I'm going to take my children. I'm going to another country. And I don't want to be part of this anymore because of Donald Trump. It wasn't because your career had passed you by, because you had slutified everything that was your career. It's because Donald Trump
Because Kim
hurt
Kardashian
you.
took your job.
I'm sorry that you had to go buy a villa in another country, you know, and pay for citizenship over there. My fucking bad. So I have one more on my list. Because you know what?
Wait. I didn't hear the good from Madonna.
What do you mean the good?
You said I had respect and lost respect for Madonna.
Oh, no, I respect it because she followed through with it.
Oh.
Dude,
Did she leave?
She gone.
She gone.
She gone. There's a lot of them that said that they were going to leave, and they were like, well.
Where did she go?
Is it Sweden, yeah? Is it Sweden?
Sweden.
I'm pretty sure it's Sweden.
Sweden was
yeah?
Sven?
Yeah, Sweden, yeah.
Wow.
I think it was Sweden.
Now it's time on Scruples when we dance.
Sprockets.
Sprockets.
This is the time on
Scruples.
Sprockets when we dance. Right. Don't even get me started on that shit.
Okay.
This show's going to get weird in a hurry. I got one more.
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
Thank you. Brass tacks on this. John Goodman.
Lost respect. My wife will love this. She hates this guy.
1,000%. I used to love, and I mean in my soul,
What he do?
I loved John Goodman.
What he do?
What he do? Anybody that knows anything about Roseanne Barr.
Yeah. She's a firecracker.
She's a fire.
You don't know what's gonna be coming out of that mouth.
My little darling, she's a firecracker. Right? She's been in the limelight more than one time for the whole national anthem thing. She jacked that all up.
Yeah.
She was married to Tom Arnold, who was crazy all the time, you know, in your face. But she pulled her life together, right?
Seemed to be.
But she has a chemical dependency on
I thought you were gonna say imbalance.
on Ambien.
Oh, okay.
And
Not a laughing matter.
No, not at all. I mean, if you want to actually get into the whole Ambien thing, take a look at some of the Joe Rogan shows. He will support you lefties that want to go on that side of it. We're all on the same page with Ambien fucks your shit up. right?
Sure. I don't know anything about it, but it doesn't sound good.
She was on Ambien. She said that a Greek woman looked like an ape. This is not an African American. This is a Greek woman. A tall, thin, mustached, hairy-armed woman said that she looked like an ape. They made it out like she said something negative against African Americans in this country, removed her from the show. It's now called The Connors instead of being Roseanne.
Right.
John Goodman came out vehemently against her, like full of hate and rage and just being a complete piece of shit.
This was a while ago, though, right?
Your movie King Ralph made fun of every English person to ever walk the planet. Don't get me wrong, 1776 will always be ours. That being said, we're buddies. We love them, right? You're allowed to travel anywhere in Europe following the whole coronavirus thing. You can't travel anywhere for 3 weeks except for where? Say it with me.
I don't know.
England.
England.
Right. Jolly ho.
Spot of tea. Pip, pip.
Cheerio. We finish every fucking show with it. Those are our boys, right?
That's right.
That's the homeland.
That's right.
John Goodman is a piece of fucking shit. He said, I get to be number 1 instead of number 2 now. I'm going to go ahead and take that paycheck, and I'm going to take that money, and I'm going to ride the Connors. So I'm asking you, I don't think in 65 shows I've ever asked anybody to stop doing something based on principle. I'm asking all of you, if you watch the Connors, give it up. Find another show, anything that you can do. You're not going to take away his star on the Walk of Fame. You're not going to take away his giant house in Beverly Hills. You're not going to take away his role in The Hangover 3. You can't do that, John Goodman has been in so much shit, The Babe, right?
Yeah.
He's been in so much over the years, you're not going to take it away. What I want you to take away is now. Because when you're in Hollywood and your ego is that big, all of the things in the past, all of the money that's put away and you're doing just fine, that makes you feel better. But what really matters to people like him is now. And you can't treat people like that. That being said, if you know anybody on Ambien, I would beg you to get them off of it. We'll get to that at the end of our show with our final public service announcement.
That's right. You okay over there?
I had a belch that was on board. I tried to belch off mic, but it was coming.
Okay. So you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So next topic is going to be beer. Not really, but kind of. What are we drinking tonight?
Well, we're drinking a couple different beers tonight.
What do I have?
You have the...
I've got it right here. Never mind.
You have the Gonzo Imperial Porter. Spin it around.
Gonzo Imperial Porter. I don't know if you can see that.
Now, for those of you at home that are well versed in the 1950s and 1970s American literary scene, it's based on Hunter S. Thompson. It's as delicious and kicks your ass just as much as he does. I was turned onto it because I love him, and B, because it's an absolutely delicious fucking beer. This is completely unsolicited, by the way. They have no idea we're doing this on the show.
This is from Flying Dog.
Yeah.
And it is an Imperial Porter, and the little logo on it has the Hunter S. Thompson as a skull.
Yes.
Corpse, living corpse, and it says, "Okay, let's partay."
Yes. One of the most interesting people that you could ever get into. Do love him. It's great. I'm really glad that they made a beer that's so good in his honor. If it was a poor beer, I would be upset with them. They did a really good job with it.
And what do you got over there?
Your
bottle's right there.
This is our good friends. Here, you got it? Right there? Ballast Point Brewing Company. Again, unsolicited. That's okay. We don't give a shit. It's good beer. We like good beer. This is Victory at Sea.
Arr.
I feel like you gotta say it like a pirate.
Arr.
Right? He's got a pirate hat on. It's an Imperial Porter with coffee and vanilla. He's drinking an Imperial Porter, which is kind of a more smoked notes. It's a very, very good. It's good on the palate. You can taste the alcohol in a little bit more.
It's the coffee from the sea.
It is. This actually has a little more coffee to it. The vanilla actually takes the edge off of it just a little bit to where you don't taste the alcohol as much. Equally delicious beers. They're fantastic.
What do we got? We got a 9 point what?
That is a 9.2%.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
And I got the Nadia Comaneci over here, bro.
10.0.
10.0, bitches. Whoop, whoop.
Perfect 10.
Hump day.
Hump day.
That's right. So,
all right, so here we go.
Thanks for bringing up the beer.
Here we go. We are going to talk about Corona beer. How stupid do you have to be to believe that Corona beer will give you this virus?
I laughed. I saw that they offered $15 million to have it changed into the Bud Light virus. They wanted to run a commercial, and it actually got shut down by the who's the fuckers that they fine everybody every time if you do something wrong on air. They're like, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fine you.
Not the CDC. That's the.
Oh, there's something like that though.
Yeah.
You're right on point.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but they wanted to run an ad, and they were like, if you do that, we're gonna find the shit out of you because it's called coronavirus. Because they wanted to be like, oh no, I've got the Bud Light virus.
But it's true. They actually, I forget which show it was. They interviewed people on the streets and asked them, would you stop drinking Corona beer because of the coronavirus? And they're all like, every one of them said, fuck yeah, I'm not drinking that shit.
Except for members of the Mexican and U.S. national drinking teams. And they're like, bring it.
Yeah, we'll take all of yours. Yeah. So I don't want to make a joke about the coronavirus.
That's the FCC, by the way.
Yeah, FCC. There's nothing to joke about with the coronavirus, but the only...
No, there is something to joke about with the coronavirus. Are you kidding me?
Hold on. So the one joke you can throw out there, though, is, and I did this to my family last night, was 12 reported cases, 12 confirmed cases of corona at our Acme last night. And they're like, are you kidding me? Yes. I said 24 cans of each.
Got
it?
But, did you fart?
No.
Really smells like you farted right now.
I didn't.
Okay. Carry on then.
I would tell you if I did.
Oh, yeah.
And there would probably been a lean. Did anybody see me lean? I don't think so.
I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna go back and watch the tape. I'm just gonna say. I got a pretty good snout for that stuff.
Sorry. Anyways, moving on from that stupid joke. But why? But how bad do you think this outbreak's gonna be? Let's go.
I mean, what do you mean? How bad do I think it's gonna be?
Do you think that they're setting this up as? I mean, I can't remember the last time the schools were shut down for 3 weeks.
Never.
Not
in our lifetime.
So, what I'm getting at here is, I think they know something. They may know something that they haven't told the rest of us.
Which is what?
I don't know.
Hashtag overreaction?
Okay, listen. The swine flu, the bird flu, those were both in the last decade, I believe. People were freaking about those two.
That's right.
But nothing really, I mean, yes, there was probably plenty that died. God rest their souls.
Confirmed deaths in America as of today from the coronavirus. Go.
I don't know.
Guess.
7.
More.
Teen.
More.
52.
Less.
43.
No. One more guess.
38.
There were 21 confirmed as of the last check that I had today right before the show. 21. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Do you know how many people died in the United States in 2019 from influenza? Would you like to take a shot in the dark?
60,000.
49,000. We're still under 20, Mac. You know who's at risk from this?
The elderly and the low immune people.
Oh. So we're now talking about survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
For the first time in history, we live in an era where everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets to live. We make an accommodation for everybody. All of a sudden, something comes along, and it's like, sorry, your immune system can't handle me, and you're dead. And we go, no. Everybody gets a chance. Everybody. It doesn't matter. So we let it go. I mean, am I being too harsh? Am I?
Here is the thing. A year from now, we will look back and say, they were fucking wrong.
Just like SARS and bird flu, right?
Or a year from now, we'll be like, holy fuck, martial law has been invoked, and we're all hiding for our lives.
That's the big joke, because everybody's like, the economy's failing now, everybody's dying, Trump's going down, it's never going to work, you guys are all fucked. Hashtag, say it. Hashtag.
Wrong.
Well, we're going to get him show for show now until he gives us hashtag martial law.
No.
You know what happens under martial law?
Trump would say, wrong.
You know what happens under martial law?
What?
Not a fucking election.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, the whole thing's ridiculous. I get it. But
do you think this is economy driven?
I think it's partially economy driven. But
because they're selling a bunch of shit right now.
Dude, have you seen the one company, if I could go back just 3 weeks in time, Purell, I would give, no, You can have the Purell. I will.
Cottonelle.
I'll
People
give
are
you.
buying a shit rolls.
I'll give you either one of those. What I would give anything to go back and invest in.
Lysol.
You're getting closer. No, actually, you're not.
Cleansing wipes. I don't know what.
You want cleansing wipes, right?
Sure.
But you might have to stand in line beside somebody that has them. Unless you order them from where?
Amazon.
The highest rising stock in America. The richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, is getting richer by the day. Nobody is using Amazon more Prime than they've used right now. It's the largest growing stock in the world.
But you wouldn't have been able to get any Amazon stock 3 weeks ago.
You can buy Amazon stock right now. This minute, as we speak. You
For
can,
$8,000 a share.
Yes, maybe. But if you would have bought it last week for $6,000 a share, guess what?
You would have made $2,000 a share.
That's right. You'd have made 33% on your money. That's what we're talking about right now, folks. There are people. Quit looking at the negative. I am not gonna die of the coronavirus. If I do, please tune into the show at least one more time to watch this guy by himself as he does a eulogy to fucking me. Because it ain't happening, brah. I'm not going down because of the fucking coronavirus.
It'll be me and Jake. Jake's an avid hunter. He said he wants to be.
I play in the dirt since 1979. It's all been fine. I drink out of hoses.
He wants me to take him to a taxidermist and set him right back up here.
That's right. And then put one of those little Billy the Bass things on my jaw. That way you can make it work.
Yeah.
Whoever your other person is, they can control it from behind.
And I'll learn ventriloquism and I'll talk like Jake. And I'll tell you how it's gonna be.
That's right. I feel like Bernie Sanders right now coming at you into your room. You know, it's crazy. Look, it's fucking ridiculous. I get it. It's a serious thing. I don't think that our elderly should just be wiped out by it. Take severe precautions for our elderly, our disenfranchised, people that have severe existing preconditions that are going to be exposed to this. I want to know this. Mike DeWine came out today and said we can't have more than 100 people in Ohio at a gathering. How many people were there when he was giving that speech?
99.
It fucking better have been 99. That's all I'm going to say. And when everybody's like, oh, Mike DeWine, not even every Republican fucking voted for Mike DeWine. I just want to throw that out there right now. Sorry.
Mike DeWine, the fucking swine.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
He's DeWining all right.
Let's start executing people, you little fuck. That's right. I didn't say midget. I said little. Because little is not offensive.
Well, I'm just saying, too. And when you get a shot, you know, you got two choices. Iodine and alcohol. You know what I choose?
Cheers.
To the Harper. This might be our last show.
Although, doesn't mean you should stop washing your fucking hands, people. Wash your fucking hands.
But do you need sickness to tell you to wash your fucking hands? I've been washing my hands since I was like 2. I'm pretty sure that I walked into the kitchen one time. My dad was like, hey, go wash your fucking hands. I was like, all right, I'm sorry. And every time
I'm going to tell you what. We teach our kids, and our kids are, you don't even have to tell them anymore. 11 and 14, and they've been doing this for 5 fucking years. When they come home from school, when they come home from a store, when they come home from fucking anywhere, they're straight to the bathroom. Are you washing your hands? Yeah. You know, whatever. You got to program it. It's like putting your fucking seatbelt on. You just got to do it.
Amen. We go to a restaurant, the 4 of us, me, my wife, my 2 daughters. You know what happens? We get there, we get seated. Who goes to the bathroom? Me. You know what I do? I tell them I went to drink. I come back. They all go to the bathroom. I go in, wash my hands, make sure I'm good on everything. I come back. Oh, babe, my drink's at the table. They leave. The waitress comes back. Oh, we're not quite ready to order yet. It's going to be a few minutes. We'll see in a few. Everybody washes their hands and we're all clean. And that's in public. At home, if you reach for a fucking piece of pizza and I don't hear that fucking thing in the bathroom, you know what's going to happen? You're going to be wearing fucking pizza.
Wearing it.
So annoying. I'm over the whole thing. It's ruined. It's ruined.
Fucking a bunch of shit up.
It's ruined the spring. You know, we have this period every year between the Super Bowl and March Madness.
It's very important, goddamn.
Now, I don't know if you picked up on this. If you want to go back and watch old shows, I hope that you will. Who's my favorite college basketball team?
Penn State.
I really hope that you're just being a dick right now.
I am. Kansas. We ain't in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. Who's the number 1 team in the country? By far?
Penn State. Kansas.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, we're not even going to play the tournament at all? That's cute. Because we don't want Lawrence, Kansas to win another championship.
Well, they've had enough anyways.
They've only got like 4 ever.
All right, well, it's 4 more than that small school from Gonzaga.
It is the home school of Wilt Chamberlain, though.
All right,
There you go. You didn't know that, did you?
I did.
You knew that Wilt went to Kansas?
I had no clue,
You're
honestly.
a liar. You had no idea that Wilt went to fucking Kansas.
Although I do remember seeing a picture of him.
But I'm going to keep going. But wait, there's more.
No, I've got one.
LeBron James is trying to win Kobe a championship. They're on lockdown, so that's not happening.
What about that basketball player that touched all the mics? What an idiot.
I'm just saying. The Colorado Avalanche and the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are my 2 favorite teams, one because of local, one because I love them. The 2 of the best 5 teams in the league. All of a sudden, the NHL's fucking shut down. And you know what happens? You take the games away from the people, you know what you're going to have?
Angry people.
A bunch of people that are glad that they know you and me and all of our guns because shit's going to get real.
And I've got one. And this is the most disappointing one of the whole fucking year.
All right.
Every year, I've told you, every year for the last 11 years, me and Reno go up to the opening day opener for the Cleveland Indians, and we were going to bring our big buddy Jake along this year. And guess what? They're going to fucking cancel that. I know it. And I'm pissed.
It's already canceled.
Is it already canceled?
They've already said that they're going to move opening day.
They're going to push it back.
Opening day back at least 2 weeks.
So how does that fucking work?
I'll tell you how it works. I'm going to pay 3 times as much for a ticket, which I did, times 2 for me and my beautiful wife to go to the game. And they're going to say, we really appreciate the fact that you wanted to come to opening day. We know that we ran the ticket prices up 3 times exactly what they were supposed to be. But we got this really nice game in the middle of June
I don't know.
on a Wednesday night that we think that you'd really enjoy.
The more you say it, though, they're pushing it back. Does that mean they're not going to do it on the same games? They're going to make opening day the 3rd week in or what are they? I don't know what they're going to do. I hope they don't give us select choice of the next of games in June because Jake's right. We're going to lose a bunch of fucking money.
I'll fucking lose my shit. I'm just letting you know going in. This isn't a matter, these are the kind of things I invest my time and my personality and my energy into. I'll come down from the high rafters for a second to just be honest. When you pay a lot of money to go be a part of something, especially something that you've wanted to do for a long time, I'm a huge fan of support local, right? I paid literally, the Indians jacked their prices up about 3 times
At least
what a normal game price is, right? They also do it when the Yankees come to town,
yes,
and stuff like that.
I've been to those games.
They will raise the prices specifically for that moment. The fact that I said, you know what? I'm going to pay it this year. I got into the lottery. My name got drawn. I was lucky enough to be allowed to buy opening day tickets. Fantastic. I bought the tickets. I paid the premium to be there for the first game of the season. I had plans with my friend Adam, our good friend Reno, #Steve, #dropping dimes. That's what we do. That's our buddy. But I was so excited for the entire experience for the 4 of us to get to go have a good time, throw down some shots of Jaeger, go to the game, have a dog, have a beer. The first game of the season. We're all excited that it's actually here.
And the biggest kick in the nuts, it was going to be 50 degrees in Cleveland.
And now they're taking it all away.
I've been to those games. It's been 12 degrees in Cleveland, 25 degrees in Cleveland, and we were going to get a 50 spot, dropping quarters in Cleveland.
So I'm just letting you know going in, if they come back to me and they try to give me one other game
In May to substantiate for your triple-decker you paid for in March.
Triple-decker, I'm 11 rows from the field on the third baseline.
No, I'm talking about triple-decker as in price.
Yeah, triple-decker is in price. I'm just telling you, and this is the year of all years. We've mentioned it on the show. My wife took a ball to the face at a minor league baseball game, broke her jaw exactly 17 years ago. You know how many baseball games she's been to? It rhymes with fun. 1. Since then, we made it to the 7th
Could have been
inning.
none.
We made it to the 7th inning. A foul ball came our way. She almost died. I had to carry her out of the stadium, and I completely understood it. Wasn't even upset with her. But now we have netting from fucking ear to ear. She's going to go have a good time, have some drinks before the game, kick it, have a good time. You know what? Now
Throw some cornhole.
Now we're all afraid because the coronavirus is going to kill us all. None of us are safe because we all got pre-existing conditions and we're all 1,000.
And 2020 is going to be the year of the worker at home.
And my final point, and then if you have anything else you can add to it, but this is the last thing I have to say about this.
I do, but
I have one more thing, and then you can go.
Yeah.
If I'm 93 years old, right? I got some lung failure going on.
Right.
I got some problems, and they say, "Hey, it's the hippopotamus virus. It's out. It's killing old people left and right."
Which one is this one? The hippopotamus?
It's the hippopotamus virus.
Hippopotamus.
Not even the hippopotamus. It's the hippopotamus. You couldn't even finish it. They're going to be that lazy in the future, I promise.
The hippopotamus.
It's the hippopotamus. I'm going to take that motherfucker, and I'm going to run into it like a train, and I'm going to say, you know what? It's up to you. At that point, and if I got 92 years out of it, then fuck it. I'm probably wasted, rolled up anyway. Throw me to the fucking wolves, but don't make me an excuse to fucking move opening day. On to you.
Yeah, that's all we're hearing at our JOB is get everybody access for remote access. We need everybody with remote access stat because we need them to work at home because we don't want them here. Well, guess what? The fucking guys running the printing presses can't be at home. So you're going to send all the office workers. You know what? The office workers aren't any more important than the guys in the plant running the presses. We're all the fucking same. I don't care how much you make. Everybody's in fucking Portland. So I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I'm with you.
I mean, I don't want
if you want to preach that.
I don't want anybody to get sick. I don't want anybody to fucking die from the coronavirus. I don't want it. I mean, why would you? Unless you're a hateful motherfucker.
I'm not hateful.
No, but we do have to get real here. This is why I think they know something that they haven't told us. That's why I think. Why else would they be freaking out like this? I'm not talking about our job. I'm talking about the whole country. Why would they be freaking out like this?
Do you think it's a coup against Bernie Sanders? I've heard that more than once.
Why would it be a coup against Bernie?
Because he's for socialized healthcare, socialist. And now they're saying, see, look, if we had socialized healthcare, it would be a fucking mess right now. Everybody would be going to the doctor, even though they shouldn't be. The state would be paying for all of it. We would all be screwed. Read between the lines. That's what we're here for. Fuck you. No bullshit. I mean, I'm just saying. I read everything from the top line to the bottom line on this, and that's one of the things that people are saying is that this is a direct attack on Bernie Sanders.
Let's get into that. Let's get into the political stuff here real quick. So give us a little update on the politics here. So just keep rolling with this.
So it's a 3-horse race with one horse already in the barn.
Which is
President Trump. He's basically running unopposed on the Republican side.
On the right.
Okay. They hashtag no better. I mean, who are you going to put against him? I mean, unless his daughter was like, fuck you, Dad. I'm coming after you. But I think she's only 33, so she couldn't even do it yet. So
there's an age requirement?
35 to be president. After 21, it's the next one that matters. Do you not know the fucking important ages of your life?
21's. I was never going to be president.
Everybody stay with me. If you could think of a different one here, please send a message into the show. 16, driver's license.
Yes, 18.
18, you're a legal adult. You can vote.
I can smoke cigarettes.
That's right. No, not most states, 21 now. But thanks for playing.
Well, when I was 18, I could.
Well, you can't now. 21. 21.
Yeah, the most important day.
Alcohol and cigarettes.
No, wrong. At 21, you can go anywhere in the fucking world you want. Any establishment, anywhere. Name me one you can't.
To drink beer. I'm just saying, like,
no, yeah, maybe to drink
whatever.
Maybe to drink beer was your only reason, your claim to fame on 21. 21, I realized I could go into anywhere. I could go anywhere in the world.
Okay, great. 25.
But I could go anywhere. Jay.
25.
Anywhere.
Any idea what 25 is?
Frontal lobe.
Anybody else?
Frontal lobe.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't even have that in there, but that's one of them. That's actually 25 to 27, depending on the demographic.
What is 25?
That's the maximum discount on your perfect car insurance.
That's fucking stupid.
I'm just letting you know that. Really? You tell somebody that's got a fucking couple of teenagers that they're paying car insurance for?
At
Well, that's
25,
stupid.
if you got a couple of fucking 25-year-olds at 25, you're
No, at 25, if you don't have a couple of dings on your record, you're paying the best. From 25 up to 80, you're on good terms.
And I thought I was annoyed.
35.
Annoyed.
35, you become president.
Well, I was never going to be president, so
62.
I was never worried about.
62. 62.
I guess it's when I can start collecting my pension. I don't know.
You can retire, and you can actually start collecting Medicaid.
Okay.
65.
You get your full pension.
You can retire and start collecting Medicare.
Medicaid to Medicare.
100. You're better than 99.9% of all the motherfuckers that came before you.
That's too many. I like 16, 18, 21, and then whatever's in between.
For a long time, for me, it was 40, but that fell through.
40.
Yeah. Well, the deal was rim job at 40, but hey, what are you going to do, right?
Rim job at 40.
Hey, what are you going to do? It fell through. I got drunk, passed out. I became 40 in one day, and the deal was off the table. Well, why are you rubbing your upper lip? That's weird.
Oh, I forgot you're not supposed to touch your face.
That's right.
Coronavirus time.
Touch your face, coronavirus.
What about that lady on the internet that was like, you should not be touching your face, and then she licks her fingers and flips the page.
That's right. So,
What a dumb lady.
so yeah, those are the ages that all matter.
All right, so continuing with the political update here.
What do you want to know on political update? So we got.
Oh wait,
we're down to two guys.
Before the political update,
Biden is leading.
before the political update. That's for you, buddy. All right.
Dude, I appreciate it every time. You want to see a 40-year-old man threaten to kick your ass? You stand in front of me and talk during the national anthem. I've done it more than once.
Kicked ass or yelled at somebody?
Dude, threatened and waited. It's one of those things, and I'm not joking. I've had two grandfathers that served in World War II. There have been many a fellow that I know that have been between Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, all of them. If you're going to be shitting on the national anthem, I'm going to call you out on it. And I'm not joking. It happened literally last year at a football game. There was a group of kids that was fucking around in front of me. I said, knock it off during the national anthem. And I was ready. If one of those motherfuckers would have turned toward me, I don't care. I'd have cold cocked a 16-year-old. If they could have taken me to jail, it'd have been a big thing. I don't care. I'd have felt all right with it. I'm very, very... I'm very stoic. It's a very important thing to me, is our national anthem. So
I'm going to tell you what. While I was listening for this and trying to find it, I'm not going to play it all the way. While I was, there was some trumpets versions of that. And I'm going to tell you what.
there's some cool versions.
When you listen to a guy blasting out the trumpet, like a really like professional trumpet player, I mean, I'm telling you what. Hairs on the back of my neck.
Should I just take my hat off now?
No.
Like, are you going to do this?
No, there's no more.
All right.
But hairs on the back of your neck, chills. Like this is just amazing. So,
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the patriot in me. I think a lot of our youth has not nearly as patriotic as the mid generation here. But
I feel like in a lot of ways it's been 20 years. Most people that were alive during 2001, when September 11th happened, they remembered that at some point for 5 seconds, we weren't Democrats and Republicans. We weren't black, white, Hispanic, Asian, anything like that. We were all Americans. We were on the same page. For 5 minutes, none of that other shit mattered.
right.
And then over the course of a few years, it goes away. We have a few memorials. Blah, 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 and we're
Liberty
back.
Bibberty.
Right. Liberty Bibberty. And now we're back to where we are today.
Right.
So anyway, the final update on what's going on.
Well, Biden, is he the Democratic option? Is that where we're getting?
So it all comes down right now to March 17th. So this will air well before that. So this coming Tuesday, if you are in one of the states that is voting on Tuesday, it literally comes down to this. Margin-wise, it is what it is. Like statistically, sometimes you're too far ahead to lose. If he kicks the shit out of Tuesday, that's what's happening. I'm going to shock you right now, and I don't care. I'm fine with this. And you can condemn me all you want to. It's not going to change anything come November. I am voting for Bernie Sanders on Tuesday. My daughter kind of joked with me about the whole thing, but I'm going to do it. I feel like as crazy
look at the camera and tell him.
As crazy as his shit is, there's nothing worse than Joe Biden at this point. I feel like Joe Biden is Hillary Clinton on steroids with a penis, maybe some balls. Like, it's that bad. There's nothing worse for this country.
Sunspots.
There's nothing worse than
sunspots.
I'm just saying, we just went through a whole situation where you tried to impeach another president because this vice president's son was getting handouts from another country. You think that came from dear old dad? I'm going to say fucking yes. I mean, Bernie at least was an independent before he became a crazy person. He's never going to have the votes in Congress to pass the things that he wants to pass. So that's why, for me, I would rather see him. Now, Mr. Trump, President Trump, who I respect so much. We love you. You're on the middle of the table. Come November, it could come down to me being the only American left that would vote for you, and I would still vote for him. But I am voting on what is best for the country on the 17th of March, which is going to be to vote for Bernie Sanders, because we need Bernie versus Trump. Bernie won't get it done as a socialist. We'll be able to punt him to the left. Joe Biden, he's got some support. I'm not going to lie. And he's got some support from a very, very bad place, from a bunch of very misinformed people, to where it's a three-legged race. Right now, our poor president is dealing with the economy problems that's happening because of what's going on between Russia and Saudi Arabia with the oil fuel fucking war that's going on. I don't know if you've noticed. It's great for us on some levels. It's
$1.99 just around the corner.
$1.99. You know what? It ain't because we did something right. It's because those two countries opened up the wells.
I always think that the city just loves me when that happens.
Is that what it is? It ain't. It's because it's because something's going on politically.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what. If you vote Joe Biden in as president, I will take every bit of my 401k. I will immediately put it into the safest place I can put it at like 1% interest or whatever that fucking place is. And I'll laugh as the rest of you lose your ass, because he will throw it all away and throw it all away fast.
Be careful.
So
be careful what you wish for there.
That's today's political update. Next show, after we get through next Tuesday, we'll be able to give you an update on who is actually still standing, if it's still Bernie or not.
Okay, but to end the political update,
word has it that Hillary might be trying to get in as the number 2 on the Biden ticket.
Oh boy. So Jake had a weekdays with Bernie. A weekday with Bernie. Do you want to set this up?
I do, and I'll go from this angle. If you're a parent out there, you get me. If you're not a parent, pay attention, because this is going to be important. You're two people in life. You are first a parent once you become one. Second, you're yourself as a parent. If you have a child that believes differently than you, that's okay. It doesn't have to be the end of the world. You don't have to fight about it. My oldest and I do not see eye to eye on politics. We haven't since the last election. We voted opposite of each other for it. But it's been okay, because we have been that guiding light that I keep talking about, to where you have to be able to talk to your friends, family members, churchgoers, anybody that you come in contact with when you have a difference of opinion when it comes to politics. So,
but you still have to be supportive.
You do. You have to be supportive of your candidate and what you believe in, the party you believe in, and supportive of your family to make the decisions that they feel are right for them. Don't ostracize them. You get one family. I promise you that. They don't all last forever, right? Mm-hmm. So my daughter and I were having a conversation. It was about a week ago. And she said, Bernie's coming to Cleveland. I'm going to go see him. Me and a couple of my friends are going to pull it together. Over the course of about 24 hours, the whole thing fell apart. And I stepped up to the plate and I took a swing, and I wanted to go for a home run. And I said, look, honey, I know that I'm not your first choice to go with, but we can equally hate Joe Biden together. So if none of your friends can go, I would be honored to go to the Bernie Sanders rally with you. I promise I won't wear anything MAGA. I won't be anybody that embarrasses you in this situation. I'm here to support you and to listen, I mean,
until it got canceled.
Keep your enemies close and your friends close and your enemy closer, right? So I went, we showed first ones there. I want you to know, diehard MAGA supporter, first one to show up at a Bernie rally, to be there.
How early were you? 2 hours?
2.5 hours. before it. I was 4 hours to a Trump, and I was like
Father of the year right here.
And I was 12th in line. No, not father of the year, just a father. There's a lot of fathers that make a lot of sacrifices.
I know, but still.
This doesn't make me father of the year.
I know,
I
but-
saw the shit that you built with your children. Trust me, I ain't father of the year. I'm just trying to be supportive at this point.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
It's pretty fucking good. If it was
So-
me, I would have been like, all right, we'll go up a half an hour early.
Yeah. So the good part was this because I know where you're going with this so we get there and we're the first ones in line, and my daughter's like, are we at the right place? And we could look inside and we could see the Bernie banners, and I'm like, honey, we're in the right place. We're just early. I said, but this is great. I said, as soon as the doors open, we'll be the first ones to get through security. We can get right down front.
Front row.
You know what she said? She had that gleam in her eyes, and she goes, normally when he's done, he goes down and he shakes hands with the front row. I said, well, I'll have my camera ready, honey. I'll get a picture of you with Bernie. It's going to be
So this was going to be great.
Oh, dude, I'm loaded for it.
What a doucher.
I'm wearing black and blue and neutral colors. I'm not on anybody's team. We're all here to be people. And we're standing outside, and a lady from Channel 19 News comes up, and she was like, does anybody want to have a conversation about what's going on today? And they're kind of looking around, and this kid, he goes to, I don't even give a shit, I'll call it out. He goes to Case Western. He steps up and he starts spewing political rhetoric. I'm standing to listen to him like, but I didn't say a word. I'm just like, So she gets done talking to him, and she turns around. She's like, anybody else? I said I'd be more than happy to give an interview. And we had a good conversation about why I was there. Not a disparaging word about President Trump. Wouldn't do it, couldn't do it, never will I do it. I had a conversation with her. It sounds, and you're going to hear, it sounds like I'm on the A team here for Bernie, but
this was after it got canceled.
No. Before, there were 2 interviews. I did 2 interviews with her.
Okay.
One before it got canceled. As we're standing there, front row line, there's like 600 people at this point in line. We are number 1 and number 2, me and my daughter. We are going in first. # center fucking stage with the burn tard. We're ready to go.
Crazy Bernie.
Right?
Weekday with Bernie.
And I love it. The news lady was like, news just came through. Hold on, I got to confirm this with the station. I'm like, you're the news. Like, you are the news lady. And she's like, I got to confirm with the station. So she makes a call, and she's standing there. She's like, it's canceled. It's 100% for sure canceled. I was like, so I turned to my daughter. I said, you okay? And she said, I'm so disappointed. I said, I know. I said, but we did everything we could. I said, you can't guarantee things will happen. I'm glad that we came up and we tried. And she said, I know. She said, do you want to wait a few minutes? I said, you know what? Let's wait. I said, let's wait till like it hits our phones, to where we get some social media, some things blowing up on there. She said, you know what? That's a good idea. So we stood there. The lady comes right back over to me. I have clothes on from this generation. I shaved before 3 months ago. I have a pair of glasses. I feel like she was like, you did okay the first time. So she comes back over to me and she was like, do you want to give a reaction to the fact that he canceled? I said, yeah, sure. I'd love to. And so she interviewed me again. And
why don't we play it?
Well, it's funny because I actually ended up making it. So,
all right. Yeah. Jake made the news. He made the 7 o'clock, the 11 o'clock.
It was the 5, 7, and 11 o'clock news.
He was all over it. So I have a clip. Now, the thing is, Jake and I can't hear this as it's playing. It's actually going to loop, but I'm going to stop it before it completely loops. So if it loops a little bit, don't crucify me.
And just for I am a local man.
All right, here we go.
Reporters lined up outside the Huntington Convention Center in downtown Cleveland hours before his campaign rally was set to start.
I want to hear it firsthand. That's why we wanted to be here earlier, the first ones in line to get a chance to be here.
But excitement quickly shifted to disappointment when the announcement was made the rally was called off because of public health and safety concerns.
This has been going on for a while. We've all been told what precautions to take. We came out, we took days off work, time off school. We prepared for all of this. We're here, we're ready to go. And now we're being told that it's being canceled over the concerns that we'd already prepared for.
Reporters lined up outside the Huntington Convention Center in downtown.
All right. So that was it. Jake ran off real quick, but that was him on TV. Hopefully the audio came through. We tested it earlier and it did come through, so hopefully it came through. But that was Jake's and I love the fact that he didn't throw anything completely out there to not get on TV, because we talked about it later that he said that I let the podcast down because I should have mentioned the podcast. I'm like, if you'd have mentioned the podcast, they wouldn't have fucking aired it. So
Well, the only thing I thought about that I probably should have said in that moment was, let's get down to brass tacks.
right, that would have worked.
That was the only thing that I could have said in that moment that I would have felt like didn't get us thrown off the air.
Yeah, but that was classic. Homeboy made it on TV.
It only took me 40 years, right?
And he was on there twice.
And the best part is my friends at work know where I stand politically because I am a person, I'm very open and honest about it. I am not judgmental. I know that it sounds like I am. You're like, bullshit, you're a Trump supporter. I'm not judgmental about it. We're all different. We all come from different upbringings. We have different ways of viewing things. I support everybody having their own opinion on politics. I swear that 1,000%.
Well, and if he didn't, he would have nobody to argue with, all right?
But I don't even really try to argue that much anymore. I'm going to cast my vote. I'm going to cast mine. You're going to cast yours. If you want to tell me about why, then I'll start a conversation, which is healthy. But most people can't handle that.
See,
that takes a different level of being adult. That's the same adult that it takes to be able to handle a firearm without fucking blowing yourself or somebody else away.
Yeah. So I come from a very discreet family when it comes to who you're voting for.
Yeah.
My parents were very like, hey, we're going to tell you because you're our son. We're going to tell you who we're voting for. But you know what? Don't tell anybody. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell your friends' parents. This is our personal business.
That's right.
So, I have no problem saying that I'm voting for Trump and I'll vote for Trump this time, or I voted for him last time, I voted for him this time. I'll tell you who I voted for the last few, but if I feel like I don't want to, I'm not going to fucking tell you. If you come to my door as a person taking a census, or not a census, but a poll on who I voted for, I'm going to say, fuck you, it's none of your business, because I don't fucking know you.
And you're not following the fucking show.
Right, goddamn.
If you were, you don't.
Exactly. So that's that. All right, so we're going to finish this up. I know we're running a little bit long here.
It's all right, we're in good shape.
But, last one, bosses. What makes them good or bad? So I kind of been thinking throughout the last couple days.
I would like you to tell me what makes a good boss.
Well, this is where my second part of this was.
Okay.
Let's just bypass all that bullshit.
Okay.
Let's go right into if you could build your own boss.
Okay.
What would they be like? What would be their qualities? Their top 5 qualities be? I mean, you could have.
Is this from the point of view of an employee or from the point of view of a chauvinist?
No, this is. This is from the point of view of if this has to be your boss for 20 years, you got to deal with this person on a day in and day out basis.
Okay.
How would you like to be treated? Now, this can't only be one-sided. Because a boss still has to be a dick every once in a while. He has to kick you in the ass sometimes to get shit done.
That's right.
Whatever.
I'm gonna get the papers.
But at the same time, you don't want to work for a complete douchebag.
That's right. I don't
So
want to work for a complete douchebag.
So give me your top 5 qualities of a good boss.
Number 1, timely. I can't stand if I have to get a hold of my boss for something and I can't get a hold of him and get an answer.
You can't find them. They're not in their office.
I mean, it's literally number 1. Even if the answer is, hold on, I'll get you an answer, or fuck off, you're not that important, at least I know at that point where I stand. When I can't get a hold of my boss, there's literally nothing worse for what I do in a sales job where I have to make business decisions, some things that are above my pay grade. I need to get a hold of the man.
Yeah.
And if I can't get a hold of the man, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask for forgiveness. So that's easily number 1 for me.
My number 1 is follows through, does what he says or she says. I don't care if it's a male or female.
Dude, that's great. That's number 2 on my list. That's follow through.
That's number 1. Just follow through.
Yes.
If you're going to say it on Tuesday and it's got to be done by Friday, let's all work together to make it happen on Friday.
By Wednesday, I will have a to-do list for you to get done, and I expect that to be done by next Monday.
Right.
I don't get it that day, but you still expect it on Monday. Fuck you.
Say it, then do it.
That's right. I expect my boss to be courteous. There are things in this world that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. If I send you an email as one of my best friends on this whole planet, and I'm like, dude, check this out. It's like, dude, check this out. Right? Because we're friends. And for no other reason. If my boss sends an email, or if my boss's boss sends an email, and it's directed at me that has directions with something to do. I expect it to say, hello, Jake. Good afternoon, Jake. Hi, Jake. What can we do? Something along the lines of, give me a greeting, give me direction, follow it up with a finish. You know why? Because it ain't a fucking text. It ain't a conversation face to fucking face. It's an email that lives in fucking space.
Agreed.
Be a professional about it. Oh! Be a professional.
Yeah. I also expect a boss to be helpful and not delegate every last motherfucking thing.
Don't delegate?
No. You, as a boss, you need to delegate some things.
Down.
Just don't delegate every last motherfucking ounce of your God-forbidding will because you don't want to click a keyboard for 10 minutes. Some things we just need to share.
I agree. I totally agree.
I get it as the boss. You will probably make more than me and do less than me, honestly, overall, because that's just the way shit is.
Sure.
But have a little backbone and be like, you know what? Let me take care of this one. I know you're slammed. Whatever.
Yep, I agree. The next one on my list, the third one, is whatever terms you hold me to, unless you are going to tell me that I am your replacement in the near future, I expect the same terms for everybody on my level to be held, because that doesn't happen. When you become a go-to person for a boss, they start treating you different. They know that Jimmy in the corner isn't going to get it done because he comes into work late and he doesn't operate on the same level as you. You have a high level of efficiency, competency, intelligence, all of the things that you do really well. You're on it. You're a go-to getter. You're a bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
He knows he can call on you. Like he knows he can call on me.
Right.
I feel like you and I both swim in the same end of the pool here. And those other guys that are kind of like, hello.
Yeah.
You know what they call it them for? To show up to the mandatory meetings. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is part of my team. You know, he did a good job last month. He didn't fuck his computer, so that's good going in, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my big thing is I want an even playing field from a boss. Hey, and I'll be she can be the finest thing you've seen since frog hair. You better treat her the same as you treat me.
Right.
So I really think that there's a broad spectrum for it. We could probably get on this topic and go on it for quite a while. For there's a million different reasons. You know, you like the same team, you drink the same beer.
Right.
You know, you hold the same hand.
Yep.
You know.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Did I just fucking lose it? No. Some bosses are at the top of the echelon where they might answer to the top or the next to the top.
So your boss is the number 2.
Well, I'm just saying, some bosses are. And those
Or the number 1.
Those type of bosses might be more of a, we'll call them yes man. To where they have to, I mean, they can't really say no sometimes because they're in a position that they got to get shit done.
True story.
So if this is my boss and he's a yes man, guess what? It doesn't mean that I am a yes man. I'm not necessarily going to be like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, you're the right. Especially if I've been doing
We're going to have this done by Thursday. I don't care how many hours it takes. You got to be here. It's got to be done. It doesn't matter. Your daughter's got softball. Fuck you. Fuck your life. It doesn't matter. You need to be here until 9 o'clock. I'll bring in chicken.
Yeah. Because they won't bring in chicken, and you'll still be there till 9 o'clock.
And they'll miss you at softball.
And they'll miss me at softball. My point is, understand that just because you need to impress your boss, I have a workload, and I can only do so goddamn much.
Yep.
And unless you want to pay me in gold coins, I'm only going to work my ass off for 8 to 9 hours a day.
I don't disagree with any of that.
I am a company man through and through.
We both are.
Yes. We have nothing but proved that.
Fucking hashtag company, man.
We have nothing but proved that over the years.
How long you been there?
25.
Well, we got 46 years and a whole lot of not gray hair that shows we're fucking company,
And
man.
we probably should have a lot of fucking gray hair from it.
I got a little bit. I was counting more you than me there.
You know, that's why I go to get haircuts, because I'm like, trim that shit off, because when it's shorter, you can't see it.
That's right. Best cuts, motherfucker. Great clips.
Great clips. They're everywhere now.
That's so weird.
So I guess that just bugs me that So this ties into this next one. Be a good fucking listener as a boss. That's what I want. I want a good listener. Somebody that's not too worried about what they have to say and understand the little person that, hey, I'm working as hard as I can here. If I can't get it done, then we need to reassess the situation so we can all get this shit done and everybody else, all of our customers, are happy.
Internal and external.
Yes, all the customers.
Because they're all the same thing when it comes to getting something done.
It is.
You can make them all unhappy real quick.
Very. Because if you're if you are stacked up and backed up beyond belief, guess what? Everybody's getting pissed that ain't getting their shit done.
Amen.
I don't care if you're on the production floor. I don't care if it's internal customers. They're all getting pissed, and they're all feeling like you ain't taking care of them.
I agree completely.
So
I got one more.
Yeah.
And then this is my last one. Don't be a credit whore.
Credit whore?
When you come down and you say, hey, we need to get X, Y, and Z done from our 11 people on the team. You have this to do. You have this to do. You have this to do. Me, I'm going to do this. It's that much, but that's okay. The rest of you all have different parts to play. They lay it all out there. You all come together. You're like, let's do this. Bam, bam, bam. We knock it out. And then you get to the meeting and they're like, under my leadership, we have grown by 14%. Not 11 like projected, but 14%.
All because of me.
Because of my leadership and my leadership capabilities. No, dude. You do that because we're intrinsically motivated. If you don't know what the word intrinsic means, fucking look it up.
I will.
I would bet that most of my fucking bosses don't have a clue what that word means.
All right. I got one more.
So that's it for me.
This is my last one.
Okay.
And it kind of goes back to that yes man thing. I understand that you have to appease your boss, the boss's boss. But as a boss,
you
can't pull your employees in 12 different directions and expect them to be successful. You are setting them up for failure. Focus them on 3. And this means you might actually have to get more involved and be like, show me what you've got.
Show me the money!
Okay, these 12 things, I know I got to get all these 12 things done. Let's focus on these 3 golden tickets.
Yep.
The rest you have to kind of get to them as you go, but focus on these 3 golden tickets, and then when those are done, we'll find 3 more golden tickets until we get through this shit together. You just have to be more hands-on. That's a good boss, in my opinion. That would be my boss.
So you mean, and I just want to make sure we're braced here to make sure that I'm not talking out of turn. You mean determine the level of importance, and then you hand out, what was the word you used earlier? Not hand out, but
I don't know.
Delegate.
Oh, delegate.
Based on importance.
Yeah.
So it's divide and conquer. So 1, 2, and 3, delegate.
Right.
Conquer. Bam. 3, 4, and 4. 3, 4, and 5. Delegate. Conquer. And then go on from there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, and there might be an A portion of this.
That is novel.
I know. The last part, I truly believe, is if you're going to call a meeting, only call a meeting if it's going to be detrimental and worthwhile. Because most people are so busy that these fucking meetings are hard to deal with, because in the meeting, you're fucking worried about getting shit done. Right?
Dude. Every time that a boss makes a joke in a meeting, I want to count it and be like, that was 9 seconds times 11 people in the meeting. That's 99 seconds. That's a minute and 39 seconds. You just cost this company $141.18 by being a fucking moron.
Yes.
So that's how I look at the whole thing.
I don't think they should do meetings by hours. Oh, we've got this from 11 to noon. No, how about 11 to whenever it fucking takes? Because if it only takes 20 minutes, I'm good with that. No?
Nope.
You'd rather get out of there on time?
Well, we got those people, and I won't call them out by name, that if the meeting is from 11 until 11:30, That's not enough time for them. So they're going to go to 11:45 because they feel like it. So if you give the appropriate yet standard amount of time.
You can say, I got to go.
Yeah, it's from 11 to 12. 12 o'clock, we got some members of the group here. They got some other things they got to get to. So we got to wrap it up by 12. So you got to start at the beginning.
Maybe it's better for that. Yeah, I guess.
The shorter that you make it, the more you are likely to roll on
to
pass it. It's go time.
It's go time.
Thank you so much tonight. It's been a great show.
It's been fun.
I've enjoyed every minute of it. We didn't agree on all of it, but it's been great.
Well, we don't always have to agree.
But you know what we agree on? We agree on 1-866-622-HELP. If you or somebody you know is considered hurting yourself or somebody you love, if you have an alcohol dependency, a drug dependency, any kind of a mental issue, please take a deep breath and just say, you know what? One time, give it a shot. Make the phone call, 1-866-622-HELP. 1-866-22-HELP. It's going to make all the difference in the world.
All right. Yes. If you feel like hurting yourself or others, please call the number. That's it. We appreciate you.
See you again soon, motherfuckers.
Pip, pip.
Cheerio.
Jake's drunk.